Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to talk about why there are so harsh punishment for adultery in Islam. For that I am going to tell you a story of a woman. On debate.org a decade ago, there come a woman who instigated a debate about abortion, and she was in favor of abortion. And in her first argument, she posted her story. She said she was abandoned girl from her parents. Both mother and father just left. Mother or father, anyone of them just left her in front of church, and from there some authorities took her and raised her. So what happened there? She told us that when she was a little baby girl, so because of the lack of care or because of carelessness of the employees there, worker there, she got burned from half side of her face, and it was damaged like that. So she was very upset about that because her whole life was ruined because of that scar on her one side of face. And not only that, but she told that she has been abused and she has been mistreated in that that place where she was taken care of, probably child home or child care center. So her childhood was a miserable one, and there was no support and there was no love of parents because employees there, they were working for those children's for money. So you cannot expect love from them. Well, I would not say that most of the time it happens. Sometime it happens, but sometime there are no love and care, and just like a parent can do or a relative can do. But you cannot say that that amount is not significant, because that is a very significant amount of abuse which happens in child care center and also the old age homes or old houses, what they call. So because that girl was not their child, so they mistreated her. They could not take care of her just like a parent can do. So the life of that girl was ruined, and she was complaining that her parents should have been aborted her if they did not want her to be their part of their life. So she said, I told her that why you asking once another sin for one sin, the sin which has already been done, why you want another sin for that? It is a sin for their parents to have a sexual relationship where she was born and she was abandoned, or she was left over. So I think it was their crime, it was their sin, which they shouldn't have done. So she should have been criticizing that kind of illegitimate relations, then instead of saying that they should aborted her. So this story tell us a lot of things. That's why Islam, which actually look into this aspect of life into very critically. Islam consider it very important, and for the for the future of humanity, it is very important. And Allah Himself actually consider it very sacred, very important act, which should not be abused, which should not be spoiled, and it should be regulated and monitored, and which should be guided under law. So because it is related to the future and the sustenance and the continuity of humanity. So that's why Allah was very strict about it, and Allah presented these rules, very strict rule for adultery, so that nobody can abuse this cycle, nobody can distort this cycle because of those restrictions and those problems which people face in the West. They do not want to marry, they do not want to get into trouble, they just live with each other, they just fulfill their animal, you can say their luxurious needs or their needs, and they just go away. And unexpectedly, if there is a child, that child is the life of that child is ruined. So most of the time a single parent is raising that child, or even both abandon them, or even if both keep that child, keep the child, but eventually their relationship is destroyed. I have seen, I know a lot of people, they just remain with each other just few years, they have even child out of the marital bond, and then they leave each other. Then that child is going to be taken care by another person, that another male. Most of the time the child remain with mother, but their father keep changing. So it is a mess, so the Islam is very strict about it. Islam says for the protection of the right of the children, because Islam says the right of children are on their parents even before they are born. There is a story, there is another story about it. At the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when a person came to Prophet and complained about his son, that his son is very abusive or arrogant toward him, then Prophet asked that guy, and the guy came and complained to Prophet that this is my father, and he married a prostitute and given me a name. His name was given the worm of dung, or the, you can say that, bug of dung, you can say that his name was that. So people were taking were making joke about him and insulting him, that his mother is a prostitute, and his name is the worm of dung, and he was tortured because of that. He was very depressed and very badly treated. So he took revenge against his father, and he was not good with his father, and he said he has not done any good with me. He married a woman who is prostitute, and he gave me bad name, and he did not raise me perfectly, and did not give me honor, and like that. Then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that every person should marry a good woman. It is the right of their children, and even he himself should be good as well, and also give them good names. So it is a right of a child that their parents should be good, their parents should be pious, and God fearing, and following the rules, and like that. And that is why, because the rights of children are abused and spoiled, and you can say that infringed and destroyed because of having illegal sexual relationship, and relationship out of marital bond. So Islam gave the punishment like lashing of lashing 100 lashes is for the person which has been not married, and stone until death for the person who is already married but committed adultery. And this punishment is same in Christianity and Judaism, and in other religion as well. The punishment for adultery is very severe in most of the religions. But as far as atheists are concerned, so for the atheist, this logic is should be enough, that it is very dangerous for the children, for the rights of the children, if people two friends are having child from each other.